We have a great webinar today. It's going to be short and sweet, but I promise we will have some really good updates to share, and we should have a generous amount of time for some questions and answers. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. I am Jason there on the left, and we are lucky to be joined by David Rockland, the digital strategist, and so much more here at Brilliant Directories. David, thanks for taking the time to join us on the webinar today.
Hey everybody, glad to be with you for another webinar. Hey everybody out on YouTube as well, John over there in the live chat. Got a great tip of the week coming up, one that I think a lot of you will want to take advantage of, as well as some great updates. So really looking forward to this one.
Thank you. Yes, we are streaming on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to the Brilliant Directories YouTube channel, I definitely recommend it. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/YouTube and click on the red subscribe button. You'll get updated as soon as we upload new tutorials, the webinar replays, tips of the week, and more. And one of the benefits of streaming live on YouTube Live, which we're doing today, is the replay will be immediately available, and we'll post it in the Facebook group. If you're not a member of the Facebook group, we definitely invite you to join us there, brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook. It's a great way to stay in touch in between webinar Wednesdays. It's a super productive and buzzing group. Lots of good questions being asked and answered in there. I'm in there myself helping out the community, and we definitely invite all of you to join us there. And we do see a good handful of new names, so welcome to the BD family, and thank you for joining us if this is your first webinar. Just a little bit about Webinar Wednesdays. You know, week after week, we're pushing new updates into the platform, and Webinar Wednesday is just a nice way for us to kind of highlight some of the newer features that are built into the platform that you can take advantage of to help grow your online community a bit quicker. We'll touch on topics such as how to increase traffic, converting visitors to members, revenue opportunities, which is actually kind of geared towards the tip of the week today, improving navigation, and much more. So if you have questions on these topics or anything else about your directory or membership website, please save them, and we will do our best to get to as many questions as we can in just a little bit. Okay, and today we just wanted to share some upcoming features that are coming down the pipeline and on the roadmap for BD. These are on the cusp of being released very soon. I'll start at the top here. It's related to data syncing. You'll be able to export CSV files and also create smart lists from your transaction history page, and I'll show you an example of that real quick. So this is just a little mock-up we have here, and if you're on your transaction history page, you'll start seeing when this is released, the list actions here. You'll be able to export the current results, so you could do a preset filter, export the results, or also do a preset filter. Maybe it's of a particular membership plan, and create a smart list from that. Of course, smart list can be used for targeted segmenting when you're sending newsletters, or also when you're just saving a list to export at a later time. And then each tab, the payments received, upcoming payments, past due, etc., you'll have the same list actions there. Also in the realm of data, continuous smart list syncing. So if you are using the smart list feature, you are creating segmented lists of your members and contacts. And if you are also using the webhooks with your smart list, you can send those emails, the batches of those emails that are the members who are in those segmented smart lists, out to third-party platforms. Maybe you're sending a smart list to a MailChimp list or Constant Contact or another CRM. That's a great use case for this. Right now, the smart list is dynamic, so members will either fall in or fall out of your Brilliant Directory smart list based on if they match the filters of that smart list. So with this new update, you'll be able to continuously sync your smart list with the webhooks. You can ask it to check the smart list hourly, daily, weekly, or monthly. That way you can keep data in your external CRM or another emailing platform. You can keep those lists updated in a timely manner with any new records that have been added to that smart list. Also coming down the line here, we've been talking about this and it's almost ready for release. New email newsletter UI, a new design for scheduling and sending newsletter. And what's big about this one is you're going to see better stats after a newsletter is sent. So you'll be able to see open rates, click rates, and even better, I do have a screenshot of this one, is you'll be able to see the stats delivered, failed, also opened and clicked, and you'll be able to create smart lists from these lists. So if you send a newsletter and there's a group of people who didn't open an email or did open an email and you want to kind of hit them again, you can create a smart list of that segmented list and then remarket to them with another newsletter campaign. And this one is related to post. Recently, we created the ability to import, bulk import posts via a CSV file, similar how you import members to your site, posts being blog articles, events, coupons, any type of content like that. Currently, there is not a way to bulk geocode them using Google Maps, meaning pinning a longitude and latitude location, thereby making them searchable by location on the site. So we are soon releasing a bulk geocoding tool for your imported posts and also any posts that are existing on the site that may not have location geocodes yet. So this will allow you to keep location data for your posts nice and tidy and updated and searchable by location on the front end of your site. And then last one here on this list, mainly around billing. We talked about this in the previous webinar. A better workflow when members are purchasing additional products, mainly use cases where if a member if the price of the purchase is $0, the system does not need to ask them for their credit card. So maybe they are purchasing a digital product or purchasing a lead and they're applying a coupon code, or they have member credits that can be applied towards the purchase. If the price is $0, they won't be prompted to enter a credit card. Only when a credit card is necessary will it ask them, and that should help streamline purchases through the site. In addition to that, tons more speed and security and stability updates. There are some updates coming around the text editor, making it a bit easier to use. Sometimes it can be a little finicky, so we're working on making that a bit more smoother so you guys can work more quickly when you're creating landing pages or any type of content on your site. And excited about these updates. With that, we can move things along to the tip of the week. And the tip of the week is actually an update to the member credit system add-on. This was an add-on released just about within the last year or so, giving you the ability to give your members credits that can then be applied towards purchases on your website. And David, if it's all right with you, I'll pass things over and you can share with us what this update is here.
Yeah, this is a very exciting update. This is one that has been requested a lot, and this is prorated member upgrades and downgrades. It does require the member credit system add-on, so if you have that individual add-on or the VIP add-ons club, you'll be able to enable this new functionality that goes along with this add-on, the prorated upgrades and downgrades. So with this, your website will now be able to calculate a prorated amount of credits to distribute and apply to your member when they're changing their plan. So real quick, just going over kind of the member credit system add-on as a whole and what it allows you to do up until this point is you'd be able to manually add and deduct credits to individual members' accounts. And credits could also automatically be added after they sign up or upgrade to a specific membership plan. So if, say, for example, you're charging members to purchase leads and you want to give them their first handful of leads for free, after they sign up, you could automatically give them a certain number of credits to be used on some of their initial lead purchases. Members would also be able to automatically earn credits by referring new member sign up. So almost like a bit of an affiliate program there, kind of self-contained within the site, working through the credit system. Credits would also automatically be applied to your members' next renewal payment, assuming they did have credits on their account. And credits could also be used for any other purchases that a member would make on your website. So that would be their membership plan renewals, any upgrades if they'd be upgrading their membership plans. Again, if you might be selling leads or selling post publishing on your website, credits could be used for all those sorts of things on your site. And now with this update, membership plan changes, prorating those and adding credits if necessary is now also part of this add-on.
Yeah, this is a really great add-on. I really like when members sign up when they get credits as an incentive or benefit or perk, especially to maybe a higher tiered membership plan. It helps get the ball rolling in lieu of maybe providing a discount on the initial payment. You can give them credits after the sign up that could then be used towards their future transactions on their site. And we'll move on with the slides here. We'll see how the proration is kind of pinned to the credit system and how it kind of marries the two together here.
Yeah, so let's talk about kind of how this process would differ from just the normal default process when a member would upgrade or downgrade their account. So let's assume a new member signs up to the premium plan on your website, your most expensive plan, but then they decide they want to downgrade to a lower priced basic plan on your site. Well, up until this point, without proration, when a member were to change their plan, they would simply pay the listed price of that new plan. The website wouldn't take into account kind of what they previously paid for their current plan and kind of how much time has been used up. They would just pay that listed price of the plan that they want to change to. However, with proration, now your website would take into account how much time and value is left on your member's current plan, and if they have time remaining on their current plan. So if they paid for a month and it's only been 5 days since they paid, that additional time be applied as a prorated credit, which they can then use when changing their plans. So some example scenarios here when a member might be downgrading their plans, and then also when they'd be upgrading, because these would be handled a little bit differently. So when a member downgrades, let's say they pay $200 per year for one of your plans. And that same day, they immediately decide, you know what, actually, I only wanted the $100 a year plan. So essentially, they paid $100 extra dollars. So when that member downgrades, that extra $100 in credits would be added to their account. That $100 in credits, it could be used on their future renewal payment, or it could be used on any other purchases that they might be making on your website. Again, maybe for purchasing leads, publishing posts, things like that. Now, when a member were to upgrade, let's say they initially signed up for the $100 a year plan, and then that same day, immediately, they decided, actually, I wanted the $200 premium plan. Well, if this all happens on that same day, then when the member goes to upgrade their plan, they'll only need to pay that additional $100 difference. Again, before this, without the proration, they'd have to just pay that $200 face value of that other plan that they want to change to. So now the website takes into account what they've already paid for and how that differs from which plan they're looking to move to.
And in these two examples, we did the same day, but the proration credit goes smaller and smaller as each day goes by. So if we look back at the downgrading example, if the member buys the $200 per year plan and they're on that plan for half the time, half a year exactly, they've used up about $100 worth of their plan. When they go to downgrade, they will have $100 that they could downgrade to the $100 year plan, and their payment would be zero, and the credits they would get would be zero because they've already used up half their plan. So the prorated time and value, it kind of gets smaller and smaller as the end of the cycle of that current plan starts getting closer.
Excellent. So quickly, just going over some of the benefits of prorating these membership plan changes. Some of these are probably pretty self-evident, so we'll go through these pretty quick, but enhanced member experience, by offering this proration ability, your website's allowing members the flexibility to adjust their plans without maybe feeling penalized or burdened by having to pay that full price for the new plan, because now the website takes into account what they've already paid for. Customer satisfaction and loyalty. Proration, it can demonstrate that your website does value your members' needs and that you're willing to accommodate their changing preferences. So by taking kind of their needs and changing preferences into account, possibly helping your members feel more heard, supported, increasing that satisfaction and long-term loyalty. Reduced financial barriers. Members may be more willing to upgrade or downgrade their plans if they know that they're only going to be required to pay the difference, or if they'll be downgrading and they've kind of initially paid too much and they know that they'll be receiving a credit for their remaining option. Again, it can alleviate any barriers and kind of get them through the door quicker when they know that they can easily make those plan changes without losing out on any money or being difficult to receive a credit. Increased plan adoption, offering that proration can encourage the members to, like I said, explore those different membership plans that you're offering, potentially upgrade to higher priced plans if they know that they'll only have to pay that difference from what they've already paid for their current plan. Retention and long-term value. Proration, it can contribute to member retention by allowing them to change their plans rather than just canceling their membership altogether. By providing a smooth plan change experience, you have a better chance at increasing the likelihood of retaining those members in the long term, resulting in higher, in this case, member lifetime value. A higher revenue potential, going right into that. By offering proration, you can encourage more members to upgrade their plans, leading to increased revenue through higher priced memberships, but also the membership plan downgrades. Well, in the short term, it might seem like you'd be losing out on a little bit of revenue there. In the long term, it has the potential to lead to higher revenue if you're able to retain those members who downgrade instead of simply losing them altogether through a cancellation. And then lastly here, upselling opportunities, allowing you to showcase your higher priced plans as more accessible options to current members. They may be more inclined to upgrade to a higher tier plan if they know that they only need to pay the difference rather than, again, how it would be without proration, where they would just have to pay that normal face value of that plan that they want to change to. And again, if they're downgrading their plan and receiving a credit, that may present some potential upsell opportunities for you as well if you also charge for things like leads or to publish posts, some advertising opportunities on your website, things like that. So it really kind of expands the possibilities of not only what your members can do, but also what you can do, since you'll likely be retaining more of that revenue within the website rather than issuing refunds, since you'll just be giving out credits instead of refunds, and then also potentially increasing that lifetime value of your members by keeping them as a member should they eventually maybe need to downgrade instead of canceling.
Yeah, I think this is a great list, and I think the biggest takeaway here is that the money that the website already generated can stay inside the website. We don't have to return it back as a full or partial refund in the cases of downgrades. And it makes it easier for people to upgrade because they've already bought in halfway to that upgraded plan. Maybe they started with a lower priced basic plan, but now they're just halfway to that higher tiered plan. So it makes that a lot more fluid to get those members at the higher tiered plan. So great list here, David.
Just one quick note, if you do have the member credit system add-on, you'll want to make sure to go into the advanced settings and enable the advanced setting, enable prorated plan changes if you want to offer this proration. If that's off, then proration would not be taken into account when your members upgrade or downgrade. So make sure you turn that advanced setting on if you want to utilize this.
That's great. And we do have an example. We want to see how the proration adjustment works. So we've set up a small demo. And what we can do is we can sign up as a paid member on a site with this setting turned off and see what it looks like when we want to downgrade. And then we'll go ahead and turn this setting on and see what it looks like when we want to downgrade. And we'll continue and do some more simulations so you guys can get a grasp of it. And there is another secret setting in here that we'll show you as we are doing these simulations. So let's go to our test site here. I'll close down some of these other windows. And here is the sample site that we have. I'll just go to the admin area and I want to show you I've set up a few membership plans here. The 3 membership plans we're going to play around with are premium paid plan, basic paid plan, and we have a free general user account. So let's go ahead and sign up as this premium paid plan. And we have test credentials we can use. So we'll do webinar1@webinar.com. And what we're going to do is we're going to sign up to the $200 per year annual plan. And we'll just put name here and we can put test credentials in here. And it should sign us up in just a few moments. And let's click on create my profile. So in this example, we have the proration turned off. So we're signed up as the paid member. So in theory, it was a test account with just some dummy credit card information, but we just paid $200 to join this site. And let's say we did a little exploring. We spent about 30 minutes and we realized we don't need this premium plan, and we want to change our plan. So right now the proration is turned off. Let's downgrade to the basic paid plan. And we can see here, it's simply asking me to pay another $100. So if I wanted to, then on the same day, I've paid $300 to navigate myself through this site sign up process. So let's go ahead and turn the proration on now. We'll go to the settings and advanced settings and just search for prorate. That should kind of find you there. Yeah, enable prorated plan changes, and we'll turn that on and hit save. And here is that extra setting. We'll talk about this in a second, deduct first day usage. We'll explain how that can come in handy. So I signed up today, I paid $200, and I just realized I want to go to the lower tiered basic plan. So now proration is enabled, and the order summary is a bit different here. So in the order summary, we can see that we have a prorated discount of $100, and these are all text labels that you can translate into another language if you've translated your BD site to another language. But what this is saying is there is $200 worth of prorated time left on your current plan. Because I signed up today, I get 365 days, and so I haven't used any days of this this plan yet, so I have $200 of credit. Like I said, if I went halfway through the days, then I'd have $100 worth of credit because I would have used half my plan at that point. But in this case, I have my full time and full value of $200, and it's saying that $100 of that $200 will be applied today. The cost to change my plan is $100. I have a prorated discount of $100, so due today is $0, and $100, the extra $100 of the $200 will be added to my account as credit to be applied for future payments. And this is just reminding me what my new recurring annual payment is going to be. So let's go ahead and change my membership plan. $100 being used for this, and $100 being used applied as credit. So I pay nothing out of pocket today, and I got $100 worth of credits on the site. That's where my $200 has gone. So we can just go back to our listing, and now we can see we are on the basic paid plan here. And if I go to my billing information area, and I'm going to check that the credits is turned on here. If not, we can turn it on. Let's go ahead and turn the credits display on here. You're going to want to also, it's actually good to know, if you're using the credit system, you should want to make sure that your members can see how many credits they have in their account. Let me show you where we can do that. If we go to finance and membership plans, and we'll go to the basic paid plan. And here I'll just do a search for credits. And here it is, display available credits inside members dashboard. And we want to set this to yes. There's cases where you may not want to show the credits to the members, but in this example, we want to. So I'll refresh this page now. And we can see this member has $100 now of credits available. So instead of the member reaching out to the website owner and saying, I want to downgrade, can you refund me the difference? And now you lost cash out of your pocket from the website's revenue. We have credits available. So it's almost like if you've ever gone to a store and they say no cash refund, store credit only. This is kind of similar to that. And again, it helps you keep the cash in the website's pocketbook. So what we've done now is we're now on the basic paid plan, and it's $100 per year, and it's still the same day. Now, let's say I want to change my plan and I want to downgrade. I don't like this plan either. It's the same day. I want to go to the free general user account. So let's continue with our plan change. And let's see here. Okay, so it's telling us that it's a free plan and it's going to give us back another $100 of credit. So there's $100 worth of prorated time left on your current plan, and $0 will be applied today because it's a free account change. Therefore, $100 will be added to your account as credit. So let's change the membership plan and let's continue. And if we go back to our billing information, we can see now the member has, oh, I have to enable it for, you want to make sure you enable credits for each plan that you're doing it for. So general user accounts, let's do that together. Then I'm going to show you how this alternate advanced setting works as well. So let's go to the general user account here and click on credit and just enable this display available credits inside members dashboard. We'll hit save. And if we refresh this, we can see now I initially spent $200 to sign up to the premium plan. Same day I downgraded to the basic paid plan, and also the same day I downgraded to the free plan. So instead of applying a refund to this user, they now have $200 that they can use on the site. Maybe they never use it in the future. Maybe they use it to purchase leads or upgrade to another plan in the future. But as David was saying, one of the perks here is it allows for almost membership fluidity. So members can kind of tip their toe in and see if they want to check the temperature of a certain plan and see if they want to stick on that plan, if they're going to use the features of that plan, or maybe they just want to take advantage of that plan for a moment. Like, let's say you have protected content for your premium members. You have premium content that only your premium level tiered members have access to. So when they sign up, they get access to this premium content. It can be videos, it could be articles, it could be PDF downloads, whatever it may be. But they sign up as a premium member and they get to take advantage of accessing all that content on that day. So we found a loophole with this. If somebody signed up to your site as a premium member, got access to all that content, and then that same day downgraded to the free plan, they would have, in effect, they didn't pay for that day that they spent on your site getting that data. So I want to show you how you can kind of account for charging for first day usage, because right now we're giving them all their money back in this example. But when someone has access to all that premium content or whatever the use case may be, you might want to ding them or subtract from the prorated calculation the very first day of usage that they signed up. So let's do that together. Let's change this plan back to a premium paid plan with our $200 here. And I have that $200 of credit, so I'm not going to have to pull out my credit card again. The amount I have due now is $0 because I have that $200 of credit. And again, the more we're using this in this example, the more I'm seeing, the advantages of that membership plan fluidity. And the member is able to kind of test and check the waters of these different membership plans without emailing you and figuring it out on their own. So now I am back on my premium plan. And let's say this website was a premium content site and only access to that premium content was through the membership, the premium paid plan. So I've gone through the site, I've scoured it, I've watched as many videos as I can today. I've absorbed all the premium content that I could for this day, and now I want to downgrade to a free plan, and I want to be sneaky so I don't have to pay anything. So, or let's say I want to go to the basic plan. So let's hit click to continue. And in this case, without the advanced setting turned on yet, right now I'm going to get $100 and $100. So I basically, for free, I'm going to get it all back in credits. Basically for free, I got to access the premium paid plan content. So let's go back to this alternate advanced setting here and click on and type in prorate. Here is that additional setting, deduct first day usage from the proration calculation. Basically, the member's gonna start paying for their membership from day one. They don't get the first day to kind of jostle around membership plans without incurring any costs. So I'm gonna hit save changes here. And this is an annual plan, so there's 365 days. So if I hit, and I was on a $200 plan, so if I hit refresh now, we're gonna see that there is $199.45 worth of prorated time left on your current plan. It's not $200 yet. This current day, I'm paying for it, and let me show you how that's happening. So we have a calculator here. The plan was $200 divided by 365 days equals about 54.7 cents per day. So let me just copy that. I'm with 200 minus the 54.7 cents. It's $199.45. So if I came to the site, absorbed all the premium content, even that first day, I'm technically paying the value of having access for that one day right off the bat. So I'm not getting a super freebie day on the first day of my plan. So that's just one use case. You may want to enable this advanced setting, deduct first day usage from proration calculations. If you want to allow your members to explore the first day without incurring any first day subtraction from the prorated calculation, then you can go ahead and leave that off. But if you're worried that, hey, you signed up to an account that has premium access to things and you did get access to those premium things, or again, whatever the use case may be, you might want to turn this setting on. But we can now see very clearly how having the prorated support, one, works with the member credit system. They work hand in hand because we're giving credits as members upgrade or downgrade. and it allows for membership plan fluidity, which can help encourage members to not only explore their plans, but to also stay on some type of paid plan on your site before canceling out. And we did another webinar. I want to share this because it also goes hand in hand with membership plan changes, and it was on exit surveys. So when your members want to, and I want to share this, when your members want to cancel, before they cancel their account on your site, you can provide them with an exit survey. And part of that exit survey can let them know that they have downgrade options and that they can downgrade for a prorated amount, whatever messaging you want to put in there. I put a link to this article here. But we talk about how to mitigate cancellations and how an exit survey can be your final plea. And what the best thing you can do is to get them on a downgraded plan rather than having them leave your site altogether. And I think we covered a lot there. There's a lot of numbers flying around. I think the crux of it is pretty simple with the proration. We're all kind of used to it a bit with other services we've probably used in the past. David, is there anything else you wanted to add?
I think the major benefit is, like we said, really keeping a lot of that revenue in the website rather than having to distribute full or partial refunds to members when they're looking to, say, for example, downgrade their plan, and then also making it easier for members to upgrade their plan and hopefully stay on that more expensive upgraded plan, knowing that they could apply what they've already paid for a lower plan when they go ahead and upgrade.
Yeah, and actually going through it in the webinar here, it was kind of fun going between the plans because I felt like it was almost risk-free to kind of go ahead and like explore and check out what the other plan had, even if it was a downgrade or an upgrade one way or the other. I didn't feel like I was losing out on anything. So again, that's something that that's a benefit you guys can maybe educate your members about and kind of address any fears or concerns they might have of signing up to a higher tiered plan, is letting them know that they can downgrade or vice versa without losing any value of their membership for your site, wherever they end up landing as far as their membership. So with that, guys, that was a lot of fun. Thanks for putting those slides together, David. What we can do now is we can open it up to Q&A. Let those hands fly up. We'll take as many questions as we can here. And I do see some hands flying up. Let me see who we'll call on first. We'll start with our BD All-Star Ryan here. Let me unmute your microphone here. How's it going, Ryan?
Hey, good evening, Jason. How you doing?
Good, thanks.
So that's great with the upgrade stuff. That's going to be really useful. I know it's come up a bunch of times. One, and you guys have probably already thought about this, but one thing I know will be an issue is for content-based kind of sites where I can get a lot more than 50 cents of content worked out in one day. In fact, I could probably get everything, you know, if I watch all the videos or I went to all of the locked down pages that were for the premium level and downloaded all the PDFs or whatever that were on those resource pages or whatever, and then I just downgrade for 50 cents. So there may be a future thing that of kind of like what you have you know, if they recommend somebody for a membership level, they get a certain number of credits where you have a setting where there's like a minimal credit deduction if they downgrade within a week. Like, hey, I'm going to assume you got at least $50 worth of content for that $300 thing for the year or whatever, that it kind of lops that off, assuming you got some content, just kind of a sunk cost. And or I guess maybe a thing where it has like, I guess, membership level pricing on digital downloads or something, where if I kind of get it for free at a certain level, it's included in the premium, for example. But if I clicked and downloaded that or opened that digital product or that page, I kind of deducted 30 credits of information or whatever. So if I go to downgrade, the system knows that I opened up a resource page or I quote purchased a product or something, and they kind of know, or I watched a video or went or loaded that page. I don't know, some sort of credit system for content consumption that it could then take off or not credit me back for if it knows I kind of consume that content. Because right now, if you have any content stuff, it's kind of a free for all, and you can get all the content stuff for free. If that makes sense.
Yeah. That was why that one setting was created, is for that. But definitely what you're bringing up is a valid. And there are other ways around that too. For example, the membership, maybe for very heavily for access to premium content sites, explicitly premium content sites, you just charge a flat fee. Or the downgrade options are to kind of higher tiered downgrade options, not the regular sign up options. But yeah, I totally see what you're saying. Yeah, we'll talk about it and explore it more as people use this a bit more and we get some more feedback. So thank you for that. All right, we got more hands up here. We got Barbara. Barbara, you can unmute your microphone.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, how you doing? Where are you calling in from?
From Kalama, Washington.
Okay, great. Thanks for joining us. What's your question for us?
How do I create hover text so that when you're on a link kind of a thing, you just put your cursor there and a little bit of text comes up explaining that?
Sure. In the text editor, you're wondering how to add a link, basically, a clickable link?
No, I know how to do that, but
Oh.
if I have a little bit of text, I don't want a whole new page to come up just for that little bit of text explaining. I want it to just show up when they put their cursor on it and
title text. Right. I got you.
What are
Yeah,
they
no,
called?
No, you're right. It's title text, basically.
Oh, okay.
There's actually a few ways to accomplish that, but let me just see if we have that here. Just a moment. If we highlight just a bit of text here and convert it to a link, yes, we don't have it actually, and we should have it. See, you're bringing up a good point here. So you can have the URL, which would be, the, /join page, and then the text that's being here. So this is the link text. And what you want is the hover text, which is called, see, this is the link text, but what you want is called a title tag text. So let me make a note here for the team. Just a moment. This is a good suggestion, Barbara. Thank you. So what we'll do is in text editor, add a title text input field. And that will allow you, so when you hover over that link, you're going to see a little bit of text that says, just a small snippet of text on what that link is or where it goes, whatever you put there.
Explain it a little bit more. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So
that's good for SEO. If you wanted to do it in the meantime, and I always hate getting into the code here, but you can go to the code view here. Okay. And I'll show you very clearly what you can do. Look for the link. So in this case, the link is here, the join. This is the link text. What you want to do is you want to do title equals, and you want to say Barbara. Did I spell that right? Barbara. So, and then let's take a look at this together. And I'll put this in the chat here right now, okay? So you have some reference. So let's look at this page real quick. And just very simply, here's the link text. If I hover over it, we can see it says Barbara there.
Oh, I see.
All right, that's just the most simple and direct way to do it. Let me put this.
I need to make sure you have that code.
Yeah, I'm going to put this in the chat here so you kind of have some reference.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you.
All right, great questions there from Barbara. And yes, she is correct. We do not have a title tag for the URLs in the text editor. We do have them in the menu builder. We'll move on to Brian B, our good friend Brian here. How you doing?
Pretty good, and you?
Pretty good. How'd you like the webinar so far today?
Oh, it's great, thank you.
Awesome. And what's your question for us?
Well, I just had a question about your about the credit system, like when you enable the first day and you're moving between the plans and everything. Now, when it's doing the credits, say you moved from premium plan to basic plan, which is also a paid plan, and then back down to the free plan again, and you're using that first day, how does that affect on those credits? Because I didn't hear you talk about that part.
Lots of use cases here with that. Let's actually just test it out together. So this is going from the $200 down to the $100 a day plan, and let's go ahead and complete that. And technically now I have access to this basic plan that we're calling it a downgrade, but it just could be access to different types of materials. So if I have this setting enabled, let's see that when I change my plan back to the $200 plan, let's see here, let's change plans and let's go back up to the $200 plan. Let's see if it says how much prorated time I have left. I think it's going to ding me for today. Yep, instead of giving me 100, it's now dinging me 99.73, which it should, because now I technically got all the access to this plan for this day. So I'm paying for my day's usage in this plan as well too. Whereas before, with the setting turned off, you know, everything was staying the same. All the amounts were staying the same for jostling between the accounts, the membership plans that same day.
Now, say you move back down, or like if you moved up to this plan and then back down, like would it start taking a lot of money off of this, like back and forth, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's just going to keep doing that same calculation where it's going to ding you for that day with that setting on. So let's continue doing it one more time here. So it dinged us for today. What, 37 cents, 27 cents. So let's continue here. Well, I had to pay a little bit, due now 82 cents because I didn't have, I'm going into that initial $200 that I paid into the site. So I've already lost 82 cents now doing this. And rightfully so, because we have that setting turned on. So every time I have I'm changing plans, I'm paying for my day's access to that plan. So yeah, it's definitely it's dinging it. It's doing it as if it's the first day of usage for that plan, going between the plans like this.
Cool.
It's basically thinking that this counts as a day as opposed to being day 0 in a way.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff. Darren just said he got on. Yes, replay will be available in the Facebook group, Darren. All right, guys, like I said, this webinar is going to be short and sweet. Definitely recommend, if you have the member credits add-on, to enable proration and start educating your members or new prospective members that they can sign up risk-free and they can upgrade and downgrade without any fears, because they'll get credits to the website if they change their plan, and there's a surplus of revenue there for them. David, thank you for putting together these slides. If we went over something a little too quickly, not to fear, we will post a replay in just a few moments in the Facebook group. If you're not already part of the Facebook group, please join us, brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook. And to our friends out there in YouTube live land, thank you for joining us today. Everyone, the next webinar will be actually in 3 or 4 weeks. We'll find out the next date. We're taking a quick summer break from the webinars, but we will be back early August. We'll find the exact date for you guys and make sure to let you guys know. And on behalf of myself, David, and the entire Brilliant Directories family, always great to be with you guys here today. Have a great day and a brilliant week. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.